How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another coffee chat. It feels good to be back home from the trip.
Back in the States.
Romania mission trip, back in the States.
Back together.
Back together.
For you guys.
Is that a song? Back together again. No, that's just...
Back streets, back, all right.
Oh, that's
no?
Maybe.
No, I'm trying to think of back songs. Anyways, first time you guys have seen kind of us together since like a Costco haul probably because he's been vlogging. I myself did not vlog at all while you were gone. I attempted.
To like make cookies or something?
The boys and I made homemade Rice Krispie treats and it was very fun. So I was like, let's vlog and we'll do something and they were silly that it was just
because
really...
you're making sugary Krispie treats.
But every time I picked up the camera, I was like, okay, guys, this is not going well. Yeah. So if you want to see that footage one day, I don't know. We'll see if it comes to fruition. But
it just comes out.
I don't know. But that's all I did. So we're back together. And we just
made... I feel like there's a song. Back together. There's no. It's just, that's it?
Oh, the Beatles. Cassie's behind
us. That's what it is, yeah. Come together.
Right now, over me. Is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. But anyways, if you follow us on Instagram, you may have seen what we made. These are Huckleberry Americanos. They got a little bit of half and half in them.
With 2 shots of espresso, Americano, but no water because the ice melts. So yeah. There's water, I guess.
I actually added a little water to mine because it was kind of strong. I know you like it stronger, but it's perfect. And with a hot 101 degree weather, it's like...
Justin, why are you wearing a sweatshirt? Because it's cold in here. We have the AC blasting in here.
It's not that cold because you wear sweatshirts in the dead of summer all the time.
I just love sweatshirts. Like
I do too. I love hoodies. They're the same as anybody else. But
if you saw our Romania vlogs, I bought a new Nike sweatshirt in Romania, and it was like the humidity was crazy, and I was still wearing it.
You wear sweatshirts like year round. Like I drink iced coffee year round. In the dead of winter, I drink iced coffee. So,
speaking of dead of winter, I've been following this channel. It's Instagram. I'll link it below. But I don't even know who. I don't know anything about it other than this person. I think it's a she. I don't know.
Yeah.
She posts like Christmas stuff every day.
All year around.
And this morning when we're drinking our coffee, I was just like loving life. There was this one where there was Kevin McAllister, like Home Alone.
Like cozy.
Cozy, the whole house is decked out. And if you saw our Instagram too, we reposted Starbucks drinks, and that was from that channel. Anyway, I've been like in a very festive mood. I asked the boys if they want to put the Christmas tree today, and they were freaking out, and Lacey's like, no. I was like, fine.
That's exactly how I sounded.
No. The Grinch came out. But it's the Christmas in July.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
fun things.
Anyway, we're back. And we got a lot of questions. We're going to continue getting questions because of how we started filming this anyway, let's just say this. There's going to be a lot of questions with our trip as the videos finish going out and we're filming before the last one comes out.
Yeah.
But the reason why is a lot of the questions you'll be getting are kind of around the same thing. And so I thought, you know what, instead of me just answering questions, I'm just going to do a whole recap, which will probably answer questions. But also we're going to talk about life because we haven't been on here for a while. There were some questions that we got about when Lacey was here, some things like that. So we're just going to chat and see what comes out. Yeah.
Update everybody and drink our coffee. My hands are really cold, though. I wish these had a handle.
Well, I have on our nifty staircase.
I know.
I can put my coffee down. So, that's nice.
There we go.
That's very sketchy how you have that, but it's fine.
Oh, we good.
Anyway, so what should we talk about first? Should we talk about the trip?
Before we answer questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just talk about what we've been up to and just...
Well, should I talk
the trip? Let's do the trip.
Okay.
Sure.
So,
why did you go there? What you were doing?
Okay, so I guess the biggest thing is it was almost like I guess the best way to explain it for me in my brain, it was like almost like 3 different scenes.
Right.
4 different scenes, like 4 different chapters. The first chapter, we get there, we go right to Bucharest. You saw in the vlogs I had to drive in Romania, which is extremely scary. Like if you've driven. It's just insane.
And you were international.
It's
very different.
There was like a roundabout that was like 6 lanes deep, and I had to go from here all the way to there. It was just like crazy. Anyway, that was an adventure. But
I heard you did just fine, and I knew you would because you drive your mind. I feel like works well with the driving conditions
This
like
is the
that.
thing.
Because you get bored driving in Idaho.
100%.
I've noticed.
But also, it's all manual there. And I forget how much I love driving
the
stick.
Fun. Yeah.
And I'm like, my next car I want to get a stick.
Really?
Like, it's just so fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, so...
You pay attention to the road I feel as well.
Literally, when I got back here to drive, I'm like, this is boring. There's no adventure. It's just fun. It was a little scary. I mean, if you saw the vlogs, we almost died a couple times. But that's just how they drive there. It's like, it wasn't my driving, it was how they drive.
Yeah.
Or,
I feel like you can go on autopilot in a way. Like, you're still driving safe, but you're just kind of like, I know where I'm going.
Here?
But there you're like, that's your only focus is like...
So, that was the purpose of the trip, was driving. No,
anyways.
This is the thing. Okay. Let's just go here. So we went there. We did a bunch of outreach in villages. That was one of the first scenes. We went to a village. Didn't do a lot of like footage there because we just couldn't. Can't really share faces and stuff. But we went in the village. Huge youth outreach. We had this skit we did. It was about putting on masks, like insecurities, and just like the guy who's always excited and joyful, but he's actually depressed. Just like these kind of like masks that we put on and stuff. And so we had like breakout sessions. We had kids who just like really opened up, and it was really awesome. We did that. We then traveled to Brasov, and we have our sister church, Calvary Chapel Brasov, is there. And so we go there. A huge purpose of this trip is just to help them.
Mm-hmm. And we have a very close relationship with them. Like, we talk to them constantly throughout the year.
Literally, Silvana and Niku, they're like my Romanian mom and dad. So I call Silvana my Romanian mother, and it's awesome. Like, anyway, so we go there, we hang out with them. We do like we did the skit in the public square. We did a lot of like just like street witnessing and barbecues with the community. Like, just a lot. Very, very busy. A lot of things like that. And then we went to the next chapter. We went to Sibiu, and that's where we did it's really cool because they haven't had this since COVID, and it's all the Romanian pastors and leaders coming together for a conference. So our team's job was for me, I had to teach. One of the teachers got sick last minute, and they asked me to teach. So I taught, but also our main focus was running a huge VBS for all the ministry kids, leaders' kids, and just so that way they can get fed at the conference and get equipped. So our team did an awesome job with that, and it was really hard. It was really just hard to vlog in this entire trip, to be honest. I'll get there in a minute, because a lot of our team got sick during that time too. So it was like a skeleton crew just trying to run these VBSs and hang out with these kids. And
what was the age range from the kids?
It was from like babies all the way up to like high school.
Okay.
Or even young college.
Yeah.
So it was a big age, and there was way more kids than we expected. Then our kind of last leg, if you will, last chapter, we went back to Brasov, where our sister church is, and we went into Badilla, which is a village. I didn't do a lot of vlogging as far as the village goes because we don't want to expose all that kind of, it's very sensitive stuff. But it's pretty sobering when you go in those villages. Like, you have 13-year-olds walking around pregnant. There was this one kid who his dad got murdered. Just some heavy stuff. And so the last thing that, I don't know, it's always hard seeing that, but it's amazing to see the kids because of the love, and it's crazy. So we did that. I shared in the vlogs. We went there. We would go there. I've gone there for years, but last time I was there was before COVID. Met a girl who was like, I don't know, she was like 5 at the time, and she was getting made fun of because she was wearing glasses for the first time. All the kids were making fun of her. So the next day I put my glasses on, and she was just like really excited. The kids started accepting her. It was this really cool moment. And then she was there again 4 years later. I know I shared this in the vlogs. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it. But I saw her, and it was just such a cool moment. Like, we were both getting teary-eyed, and it was awesome. But anyway, that was kind of the purpose, I guess, of the trip, helping our sister church, helping the conference.
And then this, did you explain Firm Foundations?
Firm Foundations is what's in Badilla. So so if you saw the vlogs, it was a really nice building. This is a building they just built inside their village. Mm-hmm. So it's a really nice building in the village. And this is where kids come to learn hygiene, to get schooling. Mm-hmm. I mean, the thing is like, you ask these kids, like, you know, what are your goals? And one of the kids is like, I just want to go to high school. Like, mm-hmm. This is where they're at. And so this place kind of helps them get their feet on the ground again. Just a road of success for them, like to get jobs, to get into school. Like,
plus they do teach them like out of the Bible mm-hmm. and share stories and teach them.
It's all Christian centered, so that's awesome. And so we were actually the last team to come in before the summer break. So it was really cool. Like, mm-hmm. It was like before they're off for a couple months, we're the last team. So we were able to really spend some time with them. We painted their fence, just some things that needed help with. I don't know. There's a lot I can say, and it would be a very long, like, video. Mm-hmm. But amazing things happened. We met some amazing people. There was these group of kids that we met doing the skit, and they might even be watching this. But we met in the square, and which is like in Brasov, in the public square where we're at getting, you know, da fries. Mm-hmm. And we did the skit. We met them afterwards. They were asking questions about the skit with the whole mask thing and everything. And they were just asking questions about it. What does it mean and stuff. And so we just shared the gospel, and our team shared. And anyway, we talked to them for like 2.5 hours. And then after, when we went back to our hotel, we were still DMing them, talking to them about just everything. They're open up. They're talking to us about just, you know, their life and whatever. They ended up coming to our church the next morning because they needed a spot to have their luggage stay until their train left. And so we ended up getting some snacks, and we hung out with them, and like lifetime connections were made. Mm-hmm. Crazy, just things like that. Like,
well, I feel like you could go even on with more stories like that, and that's the part of it. Like with the vlogs, like, you just couldn't like hit or share or show because like you had to kind of like take time for yourself to almost like process everything.
So I was leading this team.
Yeah.
And so like just the weight of that, and being the person that's directing where we go next and all that kind of stuff, and also being available for the team. Mm-hmm. So vlogging, this is the thing. So I guess that was the whole scope of the trip. And again, I can go on and on about things, but thank you for all your prayers. Thank you for your support. It was one of the better Romania mission trips I've ever been on, and I've been on several. God showed up in amazing ways. He's still working in Romania with a lot of things, and we cannot wait to go back. I got a comment that really irritated me, and I'm just going to say it because it's a coffee chat, right?
Yeah.
And I was actually concerned about vlogging this trip because I knew going into it,
you're going to get comments like this.
Well, yeah, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to vlog everything.
Yeah.
Like, I knew I wasn't really going to be able to vlog any mission stuff. I knew it was like, I tried as best as I could, but there was so much time where it was like, we're working. Like,
exactly.
I can't pick up the camera. Or,
nor do you have time.
Nor do I have time.
And it wouldn't be appropriate to show some of the stuff.
Well, some things you just couldn't show. It was very sensitive. We couldn't have cameras out. Other things, it was just like, mentally, I couldn't just pick up a camera and process what was happening. Like, it was just so much stuff.
Yeah.
And we would be getting up at 7 a.m. and getting back to our hotel around 10 or 11 at night, and then staying up until
midnight.
When we were talking to those kids, we stayed up until 3 a.m. one night.
Yeah.
So it was just a lot of that kind of stuff happening. Mm-hmm. And so what you saw in the vlogs were the small times we had free time.
Right.
You think about it, I put out 2 videos. They're about 20-ish minutes each that basically stretched for 2 weeks of this mission trip. Mm-hmm. And so each time I picked up the camera was when we were able to have a little downtime for us to process. Or a
little, like, sightseeing.
A lot of the sightseeings we did, like when we went to up overlooking the city in Brasov, we like prayed over the city. There was one time when we went in the back side of the city when we took that cable car up. We actually just did like highs and lows up there and just kind of processed like what happened at the conference as we were getting ready to go into Padilla.
Team building
so
stuff.
So all these things when we had like downtime were like team building. We were like, praying through the next mission, whatever. I think the one thing that we had the most downtime was Dracula's Castle, which we had like 3 hours there. That was awesome. Just to see some history. Yeah, in Transylvania. Yeah. But it's all part of like, it's all part of like knowing the culture and just, it's always good. It's always beneficial, especially team bonding so we can, stay unified and get to our next, whatever. Be unified in the next part of the trip. Anyway, so I got this is a lot, but I got this comment and it said like, was this a mission trip or a vacation? And I was like really frustrated by that comment. And
you don't really ever get frustrated by comments because we get things sometimes where I'm like, okay, but you did get really frustrated with it because I think this is what you were worried about going into it. And
and I was worried about it because
worried about sharing it with you guys because it's like I can't really show what I'm really doing. Mm-hmm. So when you shared like the things you showed was like we love to vlog and we love to show like
so I'm showing
things
food.
We're doing when you're able to show food.
And it actually
or things you're doing.
Helps me process. It helps me have downtime in my own mind of the things I'm seeing, the hard things I'm seeing, and having to leave villages of connections we made and how hard that was. And it was it's nice to be like, oh, I'm gonna share about some fries. You know what I mean? Like
right.
And so anyway,
to give your mind a break because let's face it, you had zero alone time.
Oh, there was no introvert time. The only time I had introvert time was when I was in the shower, and it felt amazing. But anyway, so I got that comment, and I want to assume positive intent on that comment, whatever. But it was just like I was hesitant of vlogging this trip because I knew when I picked up the camera, it was going to be during our free times, our limited free times.
Right.
But again, 2 20-minute vlogs over a 2-week period. And it's like there was so much more to the trip that I just couldn't really show. So that's why I wanted to have this coffee chat and just be like, and I mentioned on the vlog, like, I just can't vlog.
Right.
On the vlog I said that.
Yeah.
And it was just times when we didn't have ministry work or whatever. So, I think my response to that comment is, I think every vlogger has this same kind of like frustration is you see a little teeny bit of like our day in our life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And for you, for 15 days, they saw a little bit. Like, that's why you literally had to put, if you've watched it, he did like journal entries because it was so random because he was like barely able to pick it up during very small times.
Or honestly, there's times I didn't even want to.
Yeah.
It was so hard for me to pick up on sometimes because I was just like, in the moment, whatever.
And same, I was gonna say, like when he was away, like we didn't even get to talk every day.
No.
And, like there were some days you went, it was just like good night, good morning, like on opposite time schedules because it was that busy.
Yeah, I would wake up and I would see a good morning or good night text, and then I would tell her, say, good evening or whatever.
Yeah.
Good night. But anyway, I don't want to like come down on that comment or anything like that, but I guess my thing is like assume like when you're watching vloggers, you're watching things, know that there's so much more to this story for situations. And with our life, like I think people think they look at a YouTube and they can just like, oh, I know what they're up to. I know them. Like, you don't, because it's just a little teeny fraction of, what we show, right? And so, especially with this trip, but I didn't want to not show it because I know that this is a minority of people that I'm talking about. Most people are like loving it. This is awesome.
Yeah,
and I
very
really
supportive.
Yeah,
very
and I think on the second half I was able to show a little bit more because in Padilla you're able to show more of the kids.
Yeah,
because they sign a waiver that we can do that, and so you saw just a lot more mission work in that village. But anyway, I guess I just wanted to get that out there to say like, just going forward, like it was really with a lot of YouTubers, know that like there's so much more behind the scenes. Just because we don't show it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that's just a thing. I think I needed to share because especially with this trip and how dear this mission trip is to me and why I go back every other year.
The people.
And the people.
That are so dear to
I think
you.
that's why when I saw that comment, I'm just like, no, you didn't. Because, like, there's so much more. My heart is over there. You know what I mean? And I just, like, I feel like I had to. I don't feel like I need to explain myself most of the time, but here I feel like I need to, like, have a coffee chat, process it, and be like, nope. Like, there was crazy things happening. We actually just processed a little bit up at our youth group last night to all the kids, and we had like a little panel, some Q&A, and it was super refreshing. We're going to do that again in about a month for our church. And because it takes about a month or so, I'm journaling, trying to get it all out, and I'm really excited for that, just to like share some more things, because there's so many layers in this trip.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
And like, I've gone twice before. So I went once when actually we were dating.
Yeah.
Little fact.
Dating. That's not a song.
And then the other time I went, actually, I was pregnant with Tuck. But I'd like to go back maybe when Junie gets a little bit older, because I absolutely love it as well.
Yeah.
So
that, you know,
here's that.
that was in a nutshell. A small little nutshell.
Yeah.
The smallest of nutshells. I said nut way too many times. Okay.
Was that everything you wanted to share?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. I think more will come out maybe with our like weekend of life vlogs and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I feel like more's coming out. Even to myself, you'll say things. I'm like, oh, I didn't know you did that. Mm-hmm. So it's been nice because it takes a while.
We bought a journal the other day.
Yeah.
We both did. We're starting to journal. I got a day planner.
I'm excited about
that. I get really distracted on my phone with calendar. You know, you try to put like an event in, and all of a sudden you're just like looking at Instagram. Like, how did I get here? So paper and pen, day planning, and journaling.
Yeah.
So I don't know why that brought up. I'm journaling the trip, and it's getting out of me.
It helps. Well, we talked about it on our little anniversary date. I'm like, I can't process things very well, but when I write them down, I do. I'm like, why don't I journal? Yeah. And then we're like, let's go get journals, and we literally left there and went to.
Well, I was really nervous because I'm a perfectionist. Okay, I'm a perfectionist, but not a planner. It's weird. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I was like, before I was writing, I was told Lacey and Cassie, I'm like scared to write because I'm scared I'm gonna mess up. And they're like, what? I'm like, I don't know. It's a brand new journal, and I feel like I'm gonna mess up. And Cassie said something. She's like, I just brain dump. Whatever just comes down. And I was even telling Lacey, I'm like, what do I title the journal? She's like, I don't title it until after I'm done. I
write it down sometimes.
And then I'll be like, oh, this is kind of the overall theme. Or maybe she doesn't. She just dates it.
Yeah.
I was like really concerned.
You were.
But it's been really healthy for me.
It's not like you have to read it to the world. It's your journal. You make it the way you want it.
I'm a perfectionist, but not a planner.
Okay. So with that, I was going to answer this question because it kind of goes along with it, but kind of with my side. So they said, my fiance is leaving on a work trip next week. What did Lacey do for quick dinners while you were away?
Oh.
So.
Yeah, what did you do,
What
Lacey?
did I do? I was just partying. Actually, I was in bed by like 9 o'clock every night. Cassidy actually asked me that. She's like, what time are you in bed every night? I was like, pretty early because I don't know. I'm not a huge late night person, but.
Honestly, let's face it. I'm the one that keeps you guys up.
You're always the one that keeps us up.
And so when I'm gone, like Lacey and Cassie are just loving life.
Yep. So, good question. So, quick dinners, and that's the key. So, I was like, okay, it's just me and the 3 kids. Like, I'm not cooking for Justin, not cooking, and Cass isn't here either. So, I usually menu plan every week. I did not menu plan at all. Like,
really?
I just gave myself a little vacation. Like, if you noticed, you probably didn't, but our little board that has the meals, it was the same when you got back, like, from that week. Because I'm like, I'm not even going to menu plan.
Notice.
But what I did, I went to Trader Joe's, and I got, like, the fast meals there that I love. So, I got, like, some of their little tacos.
Did you get the fried macaroni cheese balls?
No, I did not. Those are good,
fried
though.
Mac and cheese balls
I got some pizzas. I got, like, their fried rice. I got, I think I got, like, their pot stickers or egg rolls, which Tucker loved the egg rolls. So I got a lot of, like, little fast meals like that. And then the boys, some nights, they just love, like, buttered noodles or just kind of simple things. But I kept it very simple. I made, like, a few little other recipes that were just pretty easy that I know, like, I like, because I kind of did just more, like, kiddie meals for them. And then when I made, like, spent time to make meals, it was, like, mainly for me. Like, I got myself, like, artichokes, like, from Trader Joe's, you know? Because I just made myself, like, a lot of, like, I don't know the word for it, but it's like they're not as heavy, like more dainty little appetizer things. It was just like
dainty.
It wasn't just like it's stuff like you would be like, is this an appetizer? But I like it for a meal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyways, so I made it kind of fun that way. So I would like kind of just I was kind of selfish. Like, what do I like? I'm gonna make food myself because the boys in junior just
butter
like
noodles.
Whatever, butter
just
noodles,
want noodles and
corn
butter.
on the cob. Like they're very simple. So
butter noodles and corn on the cob.
So I just kept things on hand like that. So I wish I could give you an answer, but it was just very. I mean, you said quick and easy. I'll have to think. Let's see if I don't think I tried any new recipes.
Well, what about the recipe you made yesterday?
Oh yeah, so
I know that we're back, but I'm still jet lagged. So
yeah, so I made this pasta.
Like I'm still over the Atlantic somewhere.
And it was from like it's a cookbook I'll link below that I heard from Jessica Braun that I love, and it's like quick and easy dinners, but they're healthy and good. And it was like I baked broccoli in the oven, and then I pureed it, and so with like some lemon juice and spinach, and it made kind of like, it looked like a pesto, but it was like a broccoli sauce, and then I mixed it with the noodles. The kids loved it. I put some Parmesan cheese over it. Junie loved it. Everybody loved broccoli. And it was
you said that.
Yeah, it was broccoli. So, but yeah, it was just very simple. And we did make, as I shared before, we made homemade Rice Krispie treats. So I did some fun things with them because Tucker like loves to be in the kitchen and be my little sous chef or little baker, so that was fun.
Yeah.
But we stayed busy, and I'm gonna say like because your husband's or your fiance is going out of town, he said. So I just like I don't do well at night because any noises or anything like.
We did get a new bed though, and that happened when I was gone.
That was nice.
So I'm like literally sleeping on cardboard, and Lacey's like, "Our bed came in today." So if you guys watched like our what vlog was
our
it?
staycation.
Our staycation vlog. We talked about we're headed into the Purple store to check out. We bought one.
We did.
And oh my gosh,
it's amazing. But the only thing is, I didn't get to enjoy it that much by myself because the boys were like sleeping with me every night. So I was like, okay. So Tucker's kicking me in the face most nights, but it was still I can't complain with the bed compared to your sleeping arrangements. It was very comfortable.
I feel like I haven't enjoyed it because I came back with a severe back problem.
Yeah.
Like I pulled I don't know what happened. Mm-hmm. I honestly think I've had there was some stuff that happened in Romania that it just didn't activate, and then I jumped in my sister's pool on Sunday.
I want my back.
And no, it didn't. I know something got weird, and then Monday I had to wait for Lacey to wake up to get me out of bed. Like it was that bad. Yeah. And then like she was massaging me with one of those little like gun massages
things.
Or whatever, and then she went outside to jump on the trampoline with Tuck, and I'm like I tried to get up. I'm like I couldn't get up. It was shooting pain down my legs, and I'm like Lacey. I've fallen and I can't get up. She didn't hear me. And so I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then I was like, Cassidy, are you home? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, can you help me up? And she helped me up off the ground. Mm-hmm. That's been the last few days. So I have not been able to really enjoy the mattress. Except for one day on Sunday.
Yeah.
Because my back hurts.
Yeah. Welcome to your mid-30s. You're walking around.
You wake up like, oh!
Can't walk.
It's so dumb.
It's getting better though, right?
Yeah. Well, that's why I put this pellet right here because it started hurting.
I was talking to my friend about it because I was like, it feels so bad, but also Justin's very dramatic, so I don't really know how bad it is.
I'm telling you what, like,
I know,
I
it's
wish
bad.
I was dramatic.
I know, because I have neck problems, and I've like cried because it's so bad, so I do understand
literally can't get out of bed,
pain.
and I had to pee super bad, and I'm like waiting for you to get out of bed. I'm like, another thing that was a problem is we put blackout drapes in our room, and Lacey won't get out of bed. So I'm laying here like, I gotta pee. She's dead asleep. I'm like, I need help,
Well, here's the thing. I did sleep
Maybe I should get a bedpan.
Because I was like going to bed early, but at the same time I was restless in my mind. If I heard any noise, I was waking up probably every night. So when you're home, I finally felt like, I can sleep good. Rest. So I feel like I finally just like relaxed and I can rest. So
okay, back to that. Sorry, we went on a huge rabbit show, but you're talking about like you're going to bed early,
right?
You were able to rest.
Yeah. So yeah, while he was away, like I tried to keep our schedule busy as far as like something fun to do every day to look forward to. We went to like Boondocks. Wait, Wahoos.
I've been called Boondocks for like 20 years.
It was Boondocks when I was
20
a kid.
years
when
ago.
I was a kid.
When
So we have Wahoos. It's like a
whippersnapper.
place. There's like go-karts and mini golf and games. So we went there with the boys, and they brought their cousin. That was really fun. I caught myself.
Cassie's
okay?
even laughing off camera. Like who?
Jeez, you guys are so rude.
It's like 20 years ago.
We went swimming a lot. So we did that. We went to the zoo. They did sleepovers. That helped a lot with Nana, and sleepovers with my mom. So I was able to have like a little break.
Honestly, when I knew how busy you were, I was just like, thank God. Like I was like hoping that would happen.
That was good.
And so every time I would like, when I could, FaceTime you guys. Like you'd be like, we're on the way to the zoo. We're doing this. And I'm like, awesome, because I wasn't like they said, I wasn't able to like
talk much
on this trip.
And it's hard because like we're just
it's 9-hour difference for
three
one.
kids.
Yeah.
On my own because Cass was gone too. The famous Aunt Cass. It was just like
it sounds like a chicken brand, like or like a cinnamon roll brand, famous Aunt Cass.
Yeah.
Or
like Aunt Jemima's syrup or whatever, Aunt Cass. Anyways, where was I going with this? Yeah, so it was a lot, but I thankfully we have family here. We've got great friends. One of my good friends, Sarah, she's like, I'm coming over, like, here's my times I can come. Like, she brought puzzles for Tucker, so nice. And, like, her son played with Landon in football, and she's like, go do your thing. She took care of Junie.
She's an teacher as well, so she just knows how to keep
great.
The kids busy.
So I was like, thank you. So I had all these errands, and I went shopping. It was fun.
Yeah, Mario, her husband, like, texted me. He's like, my wife's at your house right now, watching your kids. I'm like,
so sweet. Truly, like, I was just thinking that when I was journaling, speaking of journaling, I was just thinking, I'm like, thank you God that I have, like, such a great support system. So I was able to, like, honestly, like, get through that time by with my friends and my family here.
Yeah,
like,
Adam and Sherry, they sent you a meal.
Adam and Sherry sent me Chick-fil-A. And cookies and brownies, which I did not order, but we ate them all that next day. So I was just like, you guys spoiled me. So it
and
then it was
a
awesome.
lot of friends locally, but also like friends like Jessica. She reached out to you and just checking up on you.
Just being like,
stuff,
how you doing?
Like online friends, And,
so that meant a lot. That really did, and I just felt very loved, and so it was good. It was good. So I'm excited for the next time you go out of town. Just kidding. I'm just saying. I survived.
Well, surprise. I'm leaving tomorrow for Amsterdam.
No, please don't. So another question somebody said, and I think because maybe they saw our story, but she's like, your hair is adorable. Any tips on replicating it? And I was just so excited because I told Cassidy too. I'm like, she's like, how do you do that? So one of my friends did it, and I totally copied her. But I just took pulled this up, side of my hair, and then I twist it around, and then take those tiny rubber bands, like
the tiniest of tinies,
like you can use for like baby's hair. Yeah. Put it on there, and then I use a bobby pin and clip it up.
It's like mini Princess Leia. Yeah.
Or the Miley Cyrus buns too, as she kind of has owned. But so there they are. But thank you. Yeah. Any other questions on here?
Any last fun summer plans before the boys go back to school?
Oh, actually we do. So next week, this is something actually Landon was saying he wants to do, like, for his, I was like, what's one thing you really want to do this summer? And we have the Boise State Broncos here.
The blue turf.
So the turf is all blue, and they do these things in the summer called, like, Movies on the Blue or something. Mm-hmm. And so,
very creative name.
Yeah. So you get to bring, like, blankets, and they have like a big screen. They have like a brand new screen or something. My brother was telling me. But anyways, and you get to watch a movie on the blue turf. And then before
what movie is it?
It's Cars. This time they did a vote. So the boys were excited about that. But before that, then they have like the football players, I think, come out, and they have like stuff to do. So Landon is
jacked.
So excited.
Yeah.
So we're doing that.
He's getting ready to start football again
this fall.
He's honestly like, as a parent, our kid is so good at sports, But honestly, I've been pretty shocked by he practices every day.
He really
so he's really into it. It's been really cool to see. His passion point with that.
And then we have a water park here, Roaring Springs, and he got like a Roaring Reader pass for reading, and he has a pass there. So he did say he wants to go there with all of us. He wanted to wait till you got back, so we didn't do that.
Okay.
So he said, when Dad comes back, I want to go. So we'll probably do maybe a family day.
I have
and
summer
do that.
camp, youth summer camp coming up. Welcome back.
Yep.
So that's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited about that too. What other stuff we're gonna do another staycation before the boys go back to school. We hope.
I mean, it's coming around close. I'm like, they start in like 3
coming
weeks.
around the river bends.
Crazy.
But
back to school shopping, baby.
Oh, we are gonna do a back to. Are we doing a back to school shop haul?
Maybe.
Back to school
we
shop
talked about
haul?
that.
What a name.
Possibly.
What a name. I don't know. We're excited about. Honestly, we're just excited about our YouTube channel as of late. I mean, we always are. Like this is why we do it. Honestly, like we enjoy being creative together. But I think for whatever reason, we've just been getting more excited about things to come, and I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and also just I feel like this next season we've talked about right now in July, like a lot of it's kind of slower, which honestly with our business, with our production company is kind of nice with Justin being gone, and we had to do a lot of things like in advance, but it just kind of feels like a slower season with some things. But we also feel like in August it's always like back to school, back to routines. You know how everybody kind of just gets that, like we love that, so I'm getting excited to get back into that new routine.
It's gonna be pretty busy
from our summer routine, which is another thing we talked about doing, like another routine kind of video. We did like a morning one this summer, so when school starts back up, so I'm excited about because of that, because I just really like thrive on routines and I love it, and I love the fall coming up. You know, it's just always exciting, as we were talking about Christmas, like to see what's coming ahead. Not that we're not in the moment and excited about what's going on now, but I am excited to kind of get back into that routine when things slow down a little bit.
Me too.
So
there's also I think we're almost out of battery or something like that.
Oh, it's at 100% when I put it in.
There's something going on.
Okay.
It's probably saying, hey, it's a lot
Your
of
time
minutes.
is out.
But yeah, like Lacey was saying, like it's been good. I mean, like back to like our YouTube channel and our business, like it's awesome. Like it's been really cool to see just a lot of things with it. Like it's been awesome to see like the growth. We're at almost to the point where we can't take on any more clients at this point. It's just been cool. So just a couple updates there.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's been cool to see all of that. So thank you guys again for all your support, watching these videos. I don't know. It's awesome. So we appreciate it.
Yes.
But anyway, I think that anything else? Any closing remarks?
I don't think so. I think that's it.
Before our camera just shuts off.
I know, right?
So, all right. Well, we'll be back in the next one. I think we have a Weekend of Life vlog in progress. We went to Indiana Jones. That was fun.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, I think that's how we opened up the vlog, right? Was
I
that
think so.
Indiana Jones?
Yeah. I think
so Weekend of Life will come out next, I believe.
Yeah.
Anyway, love you guys.
Yes.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.